The music you've just heard invites us to arrive, to settle body and spirit, and to prepare for this time of worship. As an act of care for those gathered here and those joining us online, please silence your devices. Yes, that means you. So that we may share this time in presence and connection. If you're visiting today, you're invited to fill out a card from the seat back in front of you and return it to the welcome table, or you can drop it in the offering plate so that we may extend our welcome to you. Please know that whoever you are, wherever you are from, whomever you love, wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Do that again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to San Gabriel Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. Whether you're in the sanctuary, whether you are in the sanctuary or joining us online, whether for the first time or the thousandth time, we are glad you're here. My name is Frank Sanders. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm honored to serve as your lay leader this morning. You may not have had much opportunity to interact with me, since I'm usually cocooned in that tech table behind us, looking at the back of your heads. So I've decided I'm going to tell you two things about myself that you may not already know. One, I was born and raised in the tropical regions of Guatemala and Panama. Two, until I was 13, my name was Clarence. My middle name, don't tease me. That's right, my middle name. And at that point, I came to the States to attend high school, and I became Frank, as had been specified in a solemn agreement between my father, Frank Sr., and myself. Oh, and 3, I'm a charter member of San Gabriel UU, which itself is a part of a larger movement of Unitarian Universalist congregations working together for a just, peaceful, and sustainable world. And here in this community, we begin that work by sustaining one another in love.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Eric Hepburn. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm honored to serve as your minister. Here we are, the last Sunday in July, the 4th in our social justice Enneagram series, and I have to talk about my t-shirt. So I've worn 3 social justice t-shirts, but as you'll see, just give me a second, Judy. Maybe you won't be disappointed after you hear the why. So I couldn't narrow it down to one reason, but I got 2 good ones. There might be a generational split on which one resonates with you. The first one is Johnny Cash and his song, The Man in Black. You don't have to put the slogan on your shirt if you live it. Number 2, do I have any Kung Fu Panda fans in the house? Oh, yeah. Okay, at least one. Oh, there we go. Got a few. All right. So, for those of you unfamiliar, after much trial and tribulation, Kung Fu Panda finally achieves the Dragon Scroll, which is supposed to contain the secret to Kung Fu wisdom and knowledge. And he opens it, and it's blank. But in the mirrored reflection of the scroll, he sees his own reflection. And he remembers something that his father taught him. There is no secret ingredient, which is all subtext of saying, you are enough if you show up. Less disappointing? All right, good, thanks. Dodge that bullet. Together we will enter a time of word and silence, of song and spirit as we shape this time of worship. That time deepens as we light our chalices. Please recite after me the words to light our chalice. We light this flame to remind us. Love is the center. As we grow and connect, mature and deepen, love is our center. When the light of truth burns all else away, love endures. Let us greet this day in song. Our calling in song is Blessed Spirit of My Life, number 86 in the gray hymnal. The lyrics will be projected. Please rise in body or spirit as we join our voices to welcome the day and one another. The Wonder Box reminds us that wisdom often comes in small packages, that curiosity is a sacred gift at every age. Candace White, our Director of Religious Exploration, will now share this time of learning and wonder with us.
Good morning. Lately in RE, we've turned the little house into the RE art studio, and we've been preparing art for an art exhibition at the end of August. And let's see what's in the Wonder Box today so we can find out what we're going to be doing. It's very quiet like last week. Let's take a look. This looks familiar. Anybody remember this from last week? Yeah, this is the same picture we pulled out of the Wonder Box last week, but what's different? There's a tear in it. I have a feeling that whoever drew this, the artist, probably didn't intend. Maybe they didn't intend for a tear. If it's a mistake or an accident, has that ever happened to you in your art? Raise your hand if you've ever worked really hard on an art project and there was some kind of accident or mistake. How'd you feel about that? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Mid? When that happens to me, sometimes I'm like, oh. But then I take a minute and look at it and say, what if this isn't a mistake? And I wonder, what else could this be? I wonder if this smudge could become a cloud. I wonder if this tear could become the mouth of a flower monster. A blob can become a creature. A line can become a path. What? It could be pants. For sure. And that's what's fun about our imaginations. When we look at what seems at first to be a mistake, we can imagine what else it can be. Today is our third and final painting on canvas day. First we began, then we helped our artwork change in some way. And today we will help our artwork become. It means we will look at it carefully and say, what does my artwork need now? One more color, a line, a detail, a title? Maybe it just needs to rest. Does it need to be perfect? No, we're not trying to make perfect art. We just want our art to become ready to be seen, to be noticed, to take a rest. And then we can look at it and wonder, I wonder what this artwork wants people to notice. I wonder what part of your artwork surprised you. I wonder what became, even if you didn't plan it. We're not making perfect art today, we're helping our art become. So may your song be our blessing as we move to the little house to explore this some more.
Our hearts hold both joy and sorrow. Spoken here, they become healing medicine. If you wish to share, please raise your hand, begin with your name, and hold the microphone so that your voice flows into it. A brief word spoken with care can be enough medicine for us all. Thank you for sharing. And for all that remains unspoken, this community holds you in love. Now we pause to honor the great world house of which we are a part, lifting up the needs, the hopes, and the voices beyond these doors. Since I'm going to be out of the pulpit for 2 weeks, I took the liberty of talking about something that's coming in early August before I'm back in the pulpit. On the 12th of August, the moon will pass directly in front of the sun. A total solar eclipse crossing Iceland and Spain. We won't see it from here, but it tells us something about what we will see. An eclipse only happens on a new moon, and a new moon means the darkest skies of the month. And that very night, the Perseid meteor shower reaches its peak. Most years, the moonlight washes out the meteors. This year, the sky is putting on its best show against its darkest stage. After midnight, facing northeast, dozens of falling stars an hour. Now, here's the thing about watching for meteors. You can't will one to come. No bracing, no effort, no refreshing of the forecast will summon a single streak of light. All you can do is find some place dark, lay back, and soften your eyes till the whole sky and receive what comes. The sky itself teaches the practice, attention without grasping. As it happens, that same New Moon Wednesday is the night that we're going to relaunch our Sacred Currents earth-based practices here in the church. So on Wednesday the 12th at 7:15, we will have a sound bath ceremony here at the church. Good meditative practice to get you ready to surrender to the night sky later that evening. And I'm happy to say that the heavens and this fellowship are keeping the same calendar. Amen. Our song of yearning is, "For so the children come." Let these words and melodies open our hearts to longing, to hope, and to all that aches for healing in us and the world. You are welcome to rise and sing. Thank you for that valiant attempt. I apologize for not prompting you correctly.
After the words are spoken, we will breathe together in silence until the ringing of the bowl calls us onward into the space where the word unfolds among us. We welcome this voice of wisdom carried through Cynthia Bourgeau. Although there are any number of spiritual practices, both ancient and universal, to bring a person to this state of permanent inner yieldness, the most direct and effective one I know is simply this. In any situation in life, confronted by an outer threat or opportunity, you can notice yourself responding inward. Inward in one of two ways. Either you will brace, harden, and resist, or you will soften, open, and yield. If you brace, harden and resist, you will be catapulted immediately into your smaller self, with its animal instincts and survival responses. If you soften, open, and yield, regardless of the outer conditions, you will remain in alignment with your innermost being. And through it, divine being can reach you. Spiritual practice at its no-frills simplest is a moment-by-moment learning not to do anything in a state of internal brace. Bracing is never worth it.
Bracing, hardening, and resisting are never worth the cost. Softening, opening, and yielding are always worth the price. We've covered a lot of ground in the last 3 weeks. We're going to slow it down today, or I'm going to try. My speed is usually set on high, so we'll see if I can find a lower gear myself. But we're going to slow it down because we're going to try to practice here together for the next 20 minutes or so, softening, opening, and yielding. And I want to invite us all to start with 3 mindful breaths. As you breathe in, go ahead and let all the muscles tighten that need to. And when you release, let them go. Feel yourself make contact with that which supports you. Sink into it. Now, some of you might be wondering why we're doing all this stuff that might feel a lot like psychology or self-help. Some of you are wondering what the Enneagram or social justice work has to do with spirituality or religion or with Unitarian Universalists navigating this time and place. Let me remind you of the chalice lighting words that we speak every week. We light this flame to remind us love is the center. As we grow and connect, mature and deepen, love is our center. When the light of truth burns all else away, love endures. This gut, heart, head work that we've been doing is the growing and maturing. The social justice work is the connecting. The immature gut body metastasizes hardship into rage. The mature gut body metabolizes hardship into action. The immature heart metastasizes hardship into shame. The mature heart metabolizes hardship into healing. The immature head metastasizes hardship into fear. The mature head metabolizes hardship into foresight. The Enneagram triads can tell us something about where we start and about which of these struggles for maturity we must tackle first. And we do not unlock the power of spiritual presence in our own lives until we have mastered all three of these transmutations. Hardship in our lives will metastasize into rage or shame or fear or some combination of the three, unless and until we've developed the skills to metabolize it into action, healing, and foresight. And the first of these skills is to see it clearly in ourselves when it happens, to develop our awareness of the patterns that activate our anger, shame, and fear, to interrupt those patterns with our awareness, and to learn more mature ways to channel those energies into our lives and the lives of our communities. So for 3 weeks, I've asked you what comes up when you watch the news. Here's what I didn't tell you. The part of you that could answer, the part that watched the anger instead of drowning in it, that watcher is what we mean by spirit. And I've been inviting you to practice it all month long. When we do that, when we practice that kind of awareness, we tap into the light of truth that burns all else away. We tap into it because it's not foreign to us. It's not a stranger. It is part and parcel of the deepest of what we are. We become transparent to that light. We become transmitters of that light. That light is the divine. It is the light that is us, and it is the light that is love. It is also the light that we call spirit. And that light is obscured when we get stuck in fear, or stuck in shame, or stuck in anger. There are near enemies here that we need to be aware of. Learning to metabolize thinking into foresight is not freedom from fear. It's not, oh, I never have to feel fear again. It is the ability to feel the fear honestly and completely without falling into the trap of fear-triggered habits. Learning to metabolize feeling into healing is not freedom from guilt. It is not, I never have to feel guilt again. It is the ability to feel guilt earnestly and remorsefully without falling into the trap of shame and blame and self-hatred. Learning to metabolize instinct into action is not freedom from anger. It is not, I never have to feel angry again. It is the ability to feel your anger deeply and wholly without falling into the trap of unbridled and impotent rage. Bracing, hardening, and resisting are never worth the cost. Softening, opening, and yielding are always worth the price. And when we have learned to soften and open the head, the heart, and the gut, spirit flows into us and out of us and through us into this world. And it is healing. And it is foresight. And it is active. So when we become active conduits of spirit, there are 2 new social action roles that tend to open up to us: guides and weavers. I tend to think of guides like this. They were once upon a time in some other role or roles. They were frontline responders or caregivers or builders. They know that struggle. They've experienced it themselves, the pitfalls of moving from the immature to the mature version of that role, and their own developmental experience. And now they want to help others navigate those challenges with more support or better support than they had. Or perhaps with support similar to what they had from the guides before them. So guides are like teachers who have been there, and they get it, and they know the struggle, and they know your struggles, and they want you to succeed, and they want to help you get there simply because you're worth it. Now, where the guide focuses on the individual journey, the weaver focuses on the ecosystem of social change itself, seeing how the different roles and the different people at different levels of maturity in those roles can all fit together to build beloved communities. So they connect practitioners with guides, and they connect head people to heart people to gut people, so that all the roles get done and all the people are fed by the work that they're channeled into. And the work goes on by practicing that which it seeks to become, beloved community. I think of weavers as shepherds, and I think of Jesus as a weaver. He saw his disciples as they were and showed them how to be something greater together. Bracing, hardening, and resisting are never worth the cost. Softening, opening, and yielding are always worth the price. So we have the realm of the three centers, gut, heart, and head. This is the normal human realm. It is the realm where we do our social action work, whatever it is we're called to do. It is the realm where we are working to manifest beloved community. And we have the realm of light and wisdom of the divine in us and beyond us, the realm of spirit, unlocked when we get unstuck in our three centers. And this is the realm where our calling comes from. This is the realm where we experience ourselves and each other as the divine light and as love essence. This is the realm where beloved community is imagined. We began with a reading from Cynthia Bourgeois, and I want to end with another reading from her book, The Wisdom Way of Knowing. I gravitate back to this image of the rainbow. Let me turn to it one last time, allowing it to furnish a final concept for the way these two realms work together. Imagine that the unmanifest divine oneness shatters into form, and suddenly we have color in shards and pieces. That would be our physical, sensible world with all its wondrous bits and pieces. Now suppose an artist collects those shards and begins to give shape to their colors and patterns in order to create a stained glass window. That would be our human role as conscious artisans and midwives of the divine becoming. But the final artistry is not revealed until light, the divine oneness, strikes the window and radiates through it, harmonizing, unifying, and blending. Light, artist, and glass, all working in harmony, give us the full picture of how the sensible and the imaginal realms work together to show forth the glory of God hidden in the pattern of finitude. I want to end today's sermon as I ended the last three, with a statement of what is possible. It is possible to be free, not free from anger, or free from shame, or free from fear, but free among them, transparent to the light, a window the light shines through. May it be so, and amen.
I think I left it behind. Each week, we give an offering to sustain the spiritual home and to support the work of our fellowship. Today's offertory music is Just a Closer Walk with Thee, offered by Joe and the late Jan Nesham. May our gifts in this music be blessings. The offering will now be gratefully received.
Thank you, Joe, for sharing that with us. And now we return to this beloved house where our covenant lives in the announcements and invitations we share. Singing Resistance meets this Wednesday, July 29th, and next Wednesday, August 5th at 6:30 p.m. here in the sanctuary. The following week, Wednesday, August the 12th, Singing Resistance will meet at 6 p.m. I will be hosting a Connections Group information and training session at 6 p.m. on that Wednesday. And at 7:15 p.m. on Wednesday, August 12th, we will gather here for the return of the New Moon Sound Bath with Sabine Countryman as part of our Sacred Currents Earth-Based Gathering series. Please see next week's messenger for more information. Our next prospective member orientation class will be Sunday, August 16th after service. If you've been visiting and are interested in learning more about our fellowship, please sign up at the visitor table. And because somebody asked me last week, it is non-obligatory to come and find out more. It's not a wrangling session, it's an information session. If you are a member of the fellowship or registered and a recipient of the messenger and your address has changed, please send an email this week to membership@sangabrieluu.org or let the folks at the back table know so that we can update your address in our database and make sure you get your complimentary copies of UU World. Social Justice will be starting a campaign in August to get Spanish language books donated to Georgetown ISD. Please check in with Emily Egger or the social justice team about that if you would like to participate. I believe there will also be an Amazon wish list for that forthcoming. As I shared earlier, I'll be having surgery, and I will be out of the pulpit for 2 weeks. Lou Sneed and Jamie Moore will be bringing you all some wonderful services in my absence, and we will put recovery updates in the messenger just to keep you in the loop. And that's the news from this beloved house.
We close with words of covenant, promises we make to one another and to the world. Let's share them together in a unison reading. Love is the spirit of this community. Truth is our sacred quest. Justice is our prayer. We dwell together in peace. We seek wisdom and freedom. We serve life in fellowship. We grow in harmony with the sacred. Thus do we covenant with another.
Our returning song is Though I May Speak with Bravest Fire, number 34 in the gray hymnal. Please rise in body or spirit as you're able, and let us sing our way forward into the world, renewed, strengthened together.
Please recite after me the words to extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame to remind us.
We extinguish this flame to remind us.
Love is the center.
Love is the center.
As we explore and rest, engage and heal, love is our center.
Love is our center.
When only ashes remain, love endures.
Love endures.
Hear this blessing from a man who goes Thursday to practice what he preached this morning. An operating table being one place where bracing helps nothing. So friends, whatever table life lays on you in the weeks ahead, soften, open, yield. not because the outcome is promised, but because light can only enter through an open window. I will hold you in my heart as you hold me in yours. May love hold the center until we meet again. Amen. Ashe. Namaste. Blessed be.